Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Houston Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, even though they will have a home field advantage, Coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Dropping back, it's Wegman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Young. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess. And there's this cat and mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going to the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. Got a man, it's Young. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
He might want another play. Trying to run, it's Hughes. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Craver. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Reed. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go. Ready.
Delayed handoff. It's Owens. Maybe some room here. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run the counter. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Throwing Reed. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. To the air, it's Reed. He wants to take the top off. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these 2 guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. The run inside. It's Morrow. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Across the 25. Got a little grass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
With the catch, it's Sanford. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback making adjustments. The give to the lone running back. He breaks a tackle. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Has it! They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Cougars will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Cougars!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you, and that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. They'll send the back in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Here's Reed to throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Takes it on the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The throw to the outside is complete. The Cougars moving quickly to the line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Wants to throw it. Puts it out of the air. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. On target to the left. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Going to the run, it's Hughes. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the ground, it's Owens. Breaks into the open. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They came out hot on this drive. 1 play and already near midfield. Reed. Pressure coming. And they got it. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with UCF taking on the USF Bulls. And it's the Knights on top in a game most people didn't give them a chance in. But this team remains steadfast all week, and their belief is paying off. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here. Turning it on! He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Throwing Reed. Makes the grab on the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun on third down, Reed. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Tight end now in motion. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Gonna let it fly. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And after this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Finds his man. It's Young. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Got a man. It's Johnson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these are...
There's some room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Reed. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Running inside, it's Owens. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th. Trying to keep the drive alive. Finds his way down to the 28-yard line. Stopped right there, and that'll be enough for the first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
The Aggies have their offense in high gear. Snags it, and there's running room. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Ready? 30. Hey, kill it. 214 club. 139 Albatross.
In the red area, it's Edwards. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go.
Gonna run it. It's Owens. Touchdown, Aggies! They move on top here in the 4th.
Texas A&M, number 4 in the end zone.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal.
674,
Here's Reed to throw. Dances away to buy time. He's got it, and he got a foot down for the 2-point conversion.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a three-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that one. Makes the catch, and he's free. At the 20. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Cougars with the immediate response.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Craven. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Reed. That's caught. It's Craven.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Oh, they're after him. Snagged out of the air. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open...
Finding some room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Ninja. Bender. Bridge. Whammy.
Throwing Reed. Stepping to the right. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
With the draw, it's Edwards. He's going to be stopped a yard or two short of the 20. It'll bring up 4th down and decision time. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Run in the red zone. It's Edwards. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Timeout Houston, their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Aggies get it right back.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Houston, 26.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Uncorks it. Wide open downfield. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I feel like it's hard to forget to cover the big fella, the tight end, the man over the middle of the field most of the time. He comes wide open. I don't know if it was a busted coverage or whatever, but he makes the big play for this offense, and the defense better take note. We got to cover the tight end.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. And you're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.
Creates a little room, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene.